So we recently launched a new product, a new accelerator called M3, or the Market Messaging Module. Can you talk about that a little bit and what it is?
Yeah, the Market Messaging Module is a component that was developed to handle the integrations with the market communication systems or the regional data hubs. The importance is because many countries are deregulated now. We have an unbundled energy market, so that means both retailers and DSOs have to integrate with the market communication. They have to integrate with different data hubs, and that is complex orchestrations. The Market Message Module, or Utilihive M3, is built to handle those complex orchestrations you need to integrate and to be part of an unbundled, unregulated or deregulated market.
So you mentioned it a little bit already, retailers, utility, DSOs. Is that who it's built for?
Yeah, it's built for the retailers. It's built for the DSOs. It's mainly built for these organizations or the parties that want to be, they must be part of an unbundled energy system. So these market players that have to integrate, that have to communicate with other parties, for those parts, DSOs, retailers, it's developed.
So what kind of messages is M3 handling?
To give you an example, the typical would be a switching process, meaning let's assume you are a DSO, you have to be part of the unbundled market system. So the retailer is sending you a switching process, meaning a new retailer wants to take over a meter point. Those kind of messages, switching process is a good example. It's a complex orchestration because the new retailer would send a message to the DSO. The DSO has to do a lot of validations. Maybe you have to check with the old retailer, things like that. So it's a complex handshaking. And those kind of orchestrations is exactly what M3 is doing for you on both sides.
So how does it work? What is it you need to run M3?
What you need is, of course, Utilihive. Utilihive is the foundation. But when you think about how to solve this kind of a market communication integration, there are two important parts. Part number one is integration, because you have to integrate to the market communication system or the regional data hub. That means you need a flexible integration platform that can integrate with different types of messages. In some countries, it's XML. In some countries, it might be still EDIFACT messages. Maybe in the future, more JSON style, so you need a flexible platform. The second element, which is important, the technology used might be different. Some countries, they still use file-based exchange. In some countries, you are maybe on SOAP or REST services, so you need a platform that can handle a secure technical integration. And then you have the second part, what we already spoke about, the complexity of orchestrations. So example, switching process, there are a lot of messages going forth and back between all the involved parties, the new retailer, the DSO, the old retailer, and it's a lot of handshaking message exchange. So you need also an orchestration engine that can orchestrate the messages, that can manage how to respond on different messages. And that is exactly what M3 is doing.
So these messages and these processes, aren't they market specific? And how does M3 then handle market specific processes and message exchange?
So what M3 is, it is a framework. It is a module that is configurable. So what you are doing in M3, because exactly what you said, each country or each region has a different specification for the market communication. So think about M3, kind of rules engine, orchestration engine, where you are configuring how messages or different events from the market, how the system, your system, gonna react. So you have a DSL, a dynamic scripting language, domain-specific scripting language you are using. You are configuring different business rules. You are configuring, as an example, expiry dates of messages. You are configuring what you expect the system, how to react within 2 days, within 3 days, things like that. That is configuration. And then M3 is using that to execute the messages. At the same time, you also want to handle the integration, so you are using the Utilihive integration capabilities with the flow code DSL. As we all know, Utilihive is a low-code environment where you configure the technical exchange. So M3 and Utilihive work as one integrated system where Utilihive handles technical integration, secure integration, validates technically all the messages, and then M3 takes over, orchestrates the business process, and runs the business validations.
How can our partners help to do those kind of configurations, or is this something the client does themselves?
In theory, the client could do it themselves, but most probably the client doesn't want to because it's quite complex. So M3 is really built as an accelerator for our partners. So our partners are using M3 and would configure it for a country-specific market. And that gives, of course, our partners the possibility to do one configuration and then provide it to many of their clients. So typically, the clients are asking for a market communication system. Our partners now would use the M3, configure it to a specific country like Spain, like Denmark, like Norway, and then they are done.
So what are the main benefits? I mean, I'm going to set up M3. What are the main benefits I'm going to get from M3?
If you are a client, if you are a partner, there are one important benefit, of course. First of all, it's not only about the integration and the orchestration, you also have to operate it. Whenever you deploy Utilihive and M3 is an integrated module, you automatically get the operational dashboards. That means with M3, you get all the tooling support you would need as a DSO or retailer to be able to operate the market communication. Let's assume there are some business exceptions. Let's assume that one of the parties you are integrating with is not responding. Those kind of situations you have to manage. M3 is helping you. And most of these exception handling is even done automatically. So if you think from a DSO retail perspective, M3 is providing you all the tooling support you would need to operate market communication in an effective way too. But if you now think you are a partner and you want to deliver the market integration to a client, then M3, because it's configurable, it provides you a DSL, it's providing you all the support you need to quickly adapt to a different country or specific country. It's helping you, of course, to deliver this complex market communication fast and effectively.
So if I want to know more about the market communication module, where can I find some more information?
You would go to greenbird.com, to our website, and then you go to the accelerators page, and then you would find more information about the M3. It is an accelerator. It is built to accelerate, to speed up the delivery, the implementation of market communication. So greenbird.com, and M3 makes your data fly.